You know what he was trying to do there. How many times recently have you heard Donald Trump spit out this nonsense? They're not coming after me. They're coming after you. They're not prosecuting me. They're prosecuting you. Of course, that's nonsense. They're prosecuting Donald Trump for his crimes. They're not prosecuting others for those crimes, but Donald Trump is trying to whip up anger and resentment and a sense that somehow the fact that the Department of Justice, that federal prosecutors, that special counsel has brought charges against Donald Trump is somehow an indictment or a slight of Donald Trump's supporters. Unfortunately, we've come to expect that from Donald Trump, but I did not in a million years expect any criminal defense attorney to stoop to the level of mimicking or parroting that in court. We'll be raising issues on behalf of the American people. No, you won't. And I actually wrote in my notes, shut your mouth. I was angry because that's not the role of any criminal defense attorney. And he knows it, and he has stooped to his client's level, and he is trying to whip up anger just the way his client does. I hope he's taken to task for that. I hope there's an ethics complaint filed with his state bar for that. I hope Judge Tanya Chutkan, either on or before August 28th, tells him, you will put that trick back into your trick bag and you will not pull it out again because you don't represent or raise issues on behalf of the American people, and you know it. You know better. Don't stoop to your client's level. So yes, that got me angry. It got me exercised. It got me agitated. And I hope that the judge puts a stop to it. And friends, the magistrate judge also put Donald Trump on notice of his conditions of release, what he must do and what he must refrain from doing. Here is what the magistrate judge told him. Your most important condition of release, sir, is that you not commit a state, federal, or local crime while on release. If you were to do so, again, a warrant may be issued for your arrest, your conditions of release may be revoked, and you may be held pending trial in this case. You may also face a longer sentence for having committed a crime while on release in this case. In a moment, I will set the next court date in this matter. It is important, Mr. Trump, that you appear for that court date and all future court dates set in this case unless the district judge orders otherwise. Failure to do so may result in a warrant being issued for your arrest, your conditions of release being revoked, and you being held pending trial in this case. You may also face an additional criminal charge for failure to appear in court. And friends, here comes the important part. Finally, sir, I want to remind you that it is a crime to try to influence a juror or to threaten or attempt to bribe a witness or any other person who may have information about your case, or to retaliate against anyone for providing information about your case to the prosecution, or to otherwise obstruct the administration of justice. Do you understand these warnings and consequences, sir? And Trump, the defendant, said, yes. And friends, not 24 hours after the magistrate judge put the defendant on these conditions of release, these restrictions, these prohibitions, not to influence a juror, not to threaten a witness, not to retaliate against anyone, not to obstruct justice, what did Donald Trump just post? If you go after me, I'm coming after you. So it looks like Donald Trump may have already violated his conditions of release. You know, friends, for a long time, I have been advocating that Donald Trump should be detained pending trial. the law provides that if there's clear and convincing evidence that a defendant who is pending trial poses a danger to the community or is a flight risk, but in this case, poses a danger to the community, he is to be detained pending trial. Donald Trump has just upped the ante because not only is he clearly and convincingly a danger to the community, he has now also violated the conditions of release that were placed on him less than 24 hours ago by the magistrate judge. I suspect Judge Tanya Chutkan is going to have a little something to say about that. Because justice matters.